Workouts for women are analogous to how they conduct their lives. They gave a lot of attention to how they looked, but they didn't put any effort into their real workout. The guys are making an effort. The amount of effort that the women are putting in is really little. This tendency can be seen in everything that women do, including their tidy handwriting, lack of innovative ideas, professional dress, and average performance. This film is not about putting down or insulting women in any way. This place has seen more than enough of it already, and I for one do not want to contribute to the problem. Nor do I wish to cause offense to a community of individuals who pass their time sipping smoothies and taking pictures of their private parts. No, this film in no way implies that women are less capable than men. Women have a consistent quantity of sexual energy, which keeps increasing gradually until a specific time of the month when they bleed and lose some of their energy. After that, their sexual energy returns to its previous level. It makes no difference if she is participating in sexual activities on a daily basis or if she is completely abstaining, because women do not lose sexual energy during or after engaging in sexual activity. This is an advantage that women have over men because their energy levels continue to rise steadily no matter what they do. The drawback is that no matter what they do, there is a certain time of the month in which they experience a loss of vitality. Men are capable of reaching much higher levels of sexual energy than women ever could, and once they get there, they can maintain that level of energy for as long as they choose to maintain it. This is the primary benefit. The drawback is that in order for men to be able to store and amass this energy, they have to hold on to their seed. Men's sexual energy is depleted when they ejaculate, and some traditions even go so far as to argue that even the excitation of the sexual glands already causes a loss of energy, even if ejaculation is not taking place. Ejaculation depletes men's sexual energy. Males compete for sex, and in order for men to win sex, they have to prove themselves worthy. On the other hand, women don't, which means that they don't need to evolve past the emotionally irresponsible stage that they go through as teenagers. This implies that if you want to include a woman in your life, you are choosing to be associated with a person who is unsuccessful. If we judge women by the same criteria we use to evaluate men, it is quite evident that women come out on the losing end. Imagine a man who is emotional, gossips a lot, and is unable to perform a pull-up despite the fact that he constantly cries and is a loser. When we look at the present society, we see why men aren't succeeding. A man has the potential to carry more energy, but he can only accomplish this if he can exercise self-control. We are aware of the undeniable fact that the act of abstaining from sexual activity, also known as celibacy, is a closely guarded secret that elicits derision whenever it is discussed in public. Furthermore, we are aware that even the traditions that continue to preach chastity do so without explaining the advantages of adhering to this practice or the risks associated with failing to do so. In a nutshell, males are imitating women and squandering their vitality. Men in this day and age are moving around with incredibly low levels of energy, which is the reason why they seem exhausted and why they are failing and losing leadership positions in every aspect of society. In the meantime, women carry moderate and consistent levels of sexual energy that, at the present time, are already sufficient to surpass the energy of 99% of the males they come into contact with. This is because women have a longer history of sexual activity than men do. It is no surprise that there is such an imbalance of power because even the males who hold positions of authority submit to the demands of the universal feminine. Now, put yourself in a situation where you spent a significant amount of time with an emotionally volatile and gossipy man who finds joy in watching reality television. Do you really not believe that ultimately someone whose behaviors will rub off on you? So that's how women bring otherwise entertaining and confident men down to their level. They manipulate them. It makes no difference if she's your wife or simply your girlfriend. You will have a greater impact on one another to the degree that you spend more time together. In addition, women are able to become pregnant anytime the desire strikes them, and this does happen. Therefore, even if they are unsuccessful in turning you into a loser, they can always make a replica of you and try to do the same thing to your son. When that time comes, you won't have any control over the situation, and the state will make sure that you pay for Beta Bitch Loser Academy regardless of what you do. When it comes to dealing with women, you, as a male, have three choices. Option 1. Stay away from women completely and engage in masturbation. Alternatively, become a homo or a transgender. Option 2. Steer clear of masculine leadership at all costs, which will result in either you or your children being pulled into loserhood or your wife being a threat to you every time you set foot in your own house. Option 3. Take on the role of your woman's biological father and guide her to become the most amazing version of herself you can imagine. Now, clearly, choice 3 is a ton of work and feels like you're jogging with a parachute on. Teaching a woman to compete with herself, both physically and intellectually, on the same level as a man is, to put it mildly, a never-ending struggle. No matter how serious the relationship is, you must either teach your values to your wife or the values of society will be taught to her by the mainstream media. Which one of these options will it be? The third choice presents a monumental obstacle. If you hold women to any type of standard, you can expect them to behave like children, as no one else does. Perhaps you'll find someone who's more willing to accommodate her needs and leave you. That's not a problem. There are lots of options available. In the same way that the clothing you wear are a mirror of who you are, so too are the women with whom you surround yourself. Maintain rigorous expectations for yourself. Maintain a high standard for the ladies with whom you socialize, even if doing so causes you to lose some of them every now and again. A growing number of guys are coming to the realization that the concept of masculine vitality no longer exists. They are starting to come to terms with the idea that, in order to cultivate male energy, one must first achieve triumph over lust. If you have doubts about the advantages of sperm storage, you are in error. The fact that this activity is becoming more common among people of the same age group at which masturbation and the consumption of pornographic media are being actively promoted by the authorities is compelling proof.